Hi, it's Thad with Willoway Nurseries. It's March 27th. Couple things about our weather here is we're kind of rainy today. This weekend we came into Saturday. It was 25 degrees in the morning and got up into the mid-30s all day. So we're still in early spring. It's really important, even though the sun's out and we want to get going and the plants are going, is to still be cautious with what we're doing out there. We have a long ways to go to the last frost date. April can be kind of a roller coaster. Yesterday we were up in this we were up into almost 60 degrees here. The houses got pretty warm inside, so we're kind of going up and down. We're venting, taking steps to try to control or moderate the temperature swings, but still with protection in mind of plants from the cold. Last night we only got down to the upper 40s for lows. We left everything open. That was by design to try to keep the plants from progressing too quickly this time of year. So I encourage everybody that gets plants in, has plants out there, be mindful of what stage they're at and how much the cold can impact. And one night can take a plant from looking great to looking unsaleable. So I want to talk a little bit about Nepeta. You can see these are out pretty good, can full. This is Walker Low, real nice plant. We got great roots on it. Pull it out, you can see, ready to go. Fertilizer's getting on everything. We're just starting to kind of get going. This will get a trim in a couple weeks as they push out a little further, just keep them nice and tight. As you can see, I got lots behind me. We'll look at some other perennials here in the video and talk through kind of strategy, but make sure cold protection's got to be on your mind every night, looking at the forecast, what's going to happen. I would say anything under 34 degrees, you got to really evaluate where the plant's at. Now there obviously are plants that can take the cold a little better. Forsythia, some of those early season plants, some of your like ivory silk, Japanese tree lilacs can take pretty good cold. If they're in bud stage, you're probably a little better than if they're starting to unfurl and the leaves are starting to come out of the bud. That's a sensitive time, so be watching what's going on there. Hi, we're in our perennials. This is Phlox subulata. We grow a couple varieties of it. You can see we got them trimmed. They're starting to get a lot of breaks in it, really coming, can full, look really good. This is an early season. It's coming on here with the temperatures. Being a little bit warmer, it's starting to pick up and go. This is a cool season. Again, we got really nice roots, can full, so good value. We're starting to ship a lot of these out for early spring color. They'll be flowering blues or pinks. A couple other things, we're at 97 degree days. We really haven't changed that much from the last video. We're still trending ahead of the last couple of years, but we're really on track. We're like 2017, 18, we're about the same degree days. So we really can kind of have a lot of up and down variability this time of year until we get a little further into the season. But with the cold temperatures we had from like Wednesday night on last week, we really haven't built any degree days over the weekend. I'm a little surprised by Sunday that we haven't built a few more, but it was relatively sunny, but the temperatures weren't that high. We were only in the mid 40s here, so that affects the degree days. So it is one of the things I want to talk about too, though, is underneath the plastic we have a much different degree day. So Sunday when I was in working, I was going through some of the houses, and we have temperature sensors, which I've talked about in other videos, in the houses, and we were able to read some of those. We were staying in the 50s. We even got some of the houses got into the mid 60s and up into 70s. We didn't have them vented enough. So much big, like a 30-degree swing in some of the houses where we don't have all the venting opened yet. And we're doing that for specific purposes because of the cold side of things. If we start cutting too many holes in the plastic, it can get too cold in the houses when the temperature drops down. So we're okay with them running a little ahead, but that skews the growing degree days inside the houses. So stuff is at a different stage for growing degree days than what you're going to see out in the natural progression. So like if you go to the landscape right now, you'll see forsythias out blooming and starting to bloom, where if they were in a house, they would probably be getting to the end of blooming. We've taken ours out, put them into storage. We've opened them up more natural, so they're more aligned with what you're going to see outside. That's a plant, like I said, can take the cold and do just fine with it. It's equipped to deal with it.